All right, we're back again. We got the UTC, the United Touring Championship. As you can tell, we're running in the Honda Civic. We got, we also have the Elantra, the Ascent, and the Accent, and the Audi. I guess there's the RS3 or something like that. We are at Donington Park tonight. We're running the National Circuit, which takes a little dink off the end of it. Got qualifying coming out. We got 15 minutes to qualify. I'm not really worried about qualifying, but I'm still going to go out and make a run.
That's the end of the session. 16th place.
That's nice, Jim. It's only practice.
And the feature race. We've got 2 races, so just double the action.
Absolutely as well. And we start off with the sprint, but before that, we've got the little situation of qualifying going on. Who is going to get qualifying? Well, Zach reckons
I'm also going to bring up the just for qualifying.
So
I'm going to shut it down during the race.
Scott can do and how he's going to fare with these cars. I think it's Scott McFall over at the end of the day. I don't think we're really going to doubt Scott's ability. I think he's going to be right there or thereabouts as always anyway. So I think from that point of view, it should be an interesting one. He is here in the session, just waiting for him to get out. They are looking, it is an open quali, so they do have to pick the space when to go out. And at the moment, Olivier Boltonic has decided that Zach is going to go out first.
You don't really need slipstream around Donington. It's a tight and twisty circuit. You don't gain much from being in the slipstream, and you're definitely not going to gain as much as you are going to lose having to follow someone through the corners. A little bit of outwash, of course. They're not, very aerodynamically capable, these touring cars, but being close behind someone is naturally going to slow you down just a little bit. So Olivier Boltonic doing the right decision, I think, of just getting out ahead of people, trying to put some laps in, because in a championship at the moment decided by 1 point between themselves and Scott McFall, 74 and 73 apiece for Olivier Boltonic and Scott McFall in the championship. You need to nail some qualifying results together. While it's not going to be the deciding factor, it well could be, and it's definitely going to give you a good helping hand if you can get some good laps in qualifying. And Boltonic is not leaving up to chance.
No, he's gone out and started leading us away straight away, and I think this is going to be one of them things that is just going to be absolutely flying here. I think Olivier is going to be pulling this off and do an absolute stunning job, because I think overall he's just going to be on top of his game. I think he's in the Audi, he loves the Audi, he's been in the Audi continuously. So I think from that point of view, I think he's just going to be flying away with it. I can't wait to see how this turns out, because it's going to be pretty spicy, this one at Donington as well. It's short circuit, close action.
Got enough track cover,
spoiled, mate, I think tonight.
I think we are. I mean, again, I'll big up Donington just a little bit more. It's a great circuit. I mean, we saw just recently with the British F4 Esports Series a race at Donington a couple of weeks ago around Donington, and it was so good. We had packs of 4 or 5 cars fighting for the race lead all throughout the half-an-hour race, and they were so close. And that was in open wheel cars, which we've already said are a little bit scary to overtake. These are touring cars. You can send moves, and Donington keeps everyone nice and close. There's plenty of opportunities really to get the moves done. You can send a move into Redgate because of how wide it is going in, how much it tightens up at the apex. You can go for a move, of course, through Hollywood and down the Crater Curves. Not the best place, same too with the old hairpin. You can send a move into McLean's, and if you're lucky, you can sort of nip up the inside through Coppice, and then you've got the final chicane as you go through Goddard's for the final corner, and then it all starts over again. There's plenty of ways to get a move done, even in the most unorthodox of ways. And because these are touring cars, you can go for moves in places you don't usually expect moves to be made.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Olivier Boltonic leading the way on 112.98 currently at the moment. Milky 1616, welcome in, and thank you so much for joining us here. And you see on the left-hand side, we've got Olivier Boltonic, Stefan Skogler, Giannis, Ivan Barkamp, Derek Crowther, Sean Roberts, Dominic Herbert, Mark Draper, Rob Sluter, all currently setting times, and that is currently your top 8. And I think that's only going to improve as we go on. I don't think we're going to be sitting with the 112.9s. Do you reckon we can get down to 112.5, you think?
It's a big ask. I mean, as the track improves, they go around, they're going to lay down some rubber, they're going to get quicker, and naturally just trying to settle in and, put some decent laps in. Well, there goes Olivier Boltonic, a 12.4 already. So blowing that right out of the water with that one, with still 11 minutes left in this qualifying session. He's going to improve, but again, it's a short circuit. There's not much opportunity to improve that time. So it's just going to be chipping away bit by bit, maybe a 10th improvement. But again, we haven't seen what the likes of Scott McFall and Callum Reed-Garton can properly do. So just hold your horses for now, and I think we're going to see some quick times.
Hold my horses. I don't have any to hold, but I do get excited when we predict the fact that he's going to do a 1:12.5, and he instantly goes across the line on his second lap there. Callum Reed-Garton is setting the purple and the green. Let's see what he's going to do currently as well as he's going across the line. Callum Reed there is going to go into 1:12.07. Not
beautiful.
only did he go quicker, but Olivier Boltonek again has got the middle sector under purple. So he is absolutely flying as well. Can we hit that 1:11 mark, Zach, you think?
I mean, he's not far off, only, 7/100ths of a second, 72 thousandths of a second. We're going to see what Olivier Boltonek can do across the line. It's only a 12.2, just ahead of Lewis Archer, my main man, my legend, for giving me the F1 streams each week. So cheers, mate. Have to give him that special mention for that. But he's up there in P3, so it's nice to see him doing really, really well. But a 12.0 at the moment for Callum Reed-Garton, that's going to be really hard to beat. 2 tenths around here. I mean, it's going to be close, but if anyone can do it, I think Boltonek can.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on Olivier's time as he's in second place, coming on a 1:12.25. Absolutely flying along. Callum Reed again, purple in sector 2. He's decided he's going for it. I think we're going to see a 1:11. I think we're going to see a 1:11 here from Callum Reed as he goes down across the start-finish line. What are we going to get on the board? It's got to be. It's got to be a 1:11. Oh, 1:11.767. Wow. Absolutely smashed it. But then again, look at Olivier the swapping times. He's purple in sector 1, green. Oh, takes a big dose of the entry into Goddard's there, Zach. Absolutely creamed that.
He did, clattered that apex across the line. The time to beat is an 11.767. We'll see what he can do. Stuart Reynolds into the 11s as well, just with a 9.9. Boltonek, I don't think, improved on that previous lap time, but Callum Reed-Garton absolutely fine. There's goes Kokeru Giannis up into third place as well, the 12.22. So already it's proven to be really, really close, but Reed-Garton flying out in front, and yeah, wow, that is a fantastic lap time to put in, and I think it's only going to get quicker with a bit of confidence, just sending it a little bit. Still got 8 minutes left to go. He's got a solid time, and now he's got he's got a good time in the bag, so now he can push. He can afford to mess up a couple of laps because he's got one there ready, and he's got the time to go for it. So I think we're going to see Callum Reed-Garton just completely send it for the rest of the session.
13.05.
Okay, Sean, whether or not we break down for a level 1:11.5, that would be a big ask. But we'll see there, Dan Carpenter going across the line, car number 86 on a 1:12.88. Oh, look at Olivier. Purple in sector 1 and 2. He's clattering out the first, starting from right left on that one.
And on the run to the line, what is it going to be? Only green through the final sector. Is it provisional pole? We'll wait for it to refresh. Yes, it is! At 1:11.69, we have still got half the session left to go. So can't get too excited yet, but it's shaping up to be such a good session. We've got 3 drivers within the, well, make that 4 now as Scott McFall wants to get in on the action. Don't want to be left out for him. 4 drivers within the 1:11s, and still with half the session left to go. This could be a climactic end.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is just going to be one after the other with these guys. See Chris Byron coming across the line as well. No, not ideal.
He's just done it. 13.05.
Slinger is another one as well as right. Chris just sits there and does some nice little pirouettes for us. But Dan Carpenter again is going green in sector 1 and 2 for him. So that's his fastest time. Very surprised with that line actually there, Zach. I thought he would have just stayed to the right hand side of the circuit coming out of Goddard.
Shortest route. 0.7 off the base.
It is. But again, maybe he was setting up for his next lap, because if he wants to set up Redgate, he wants to obviously get back to the left-hand side of the circuit as quickly as he can. Redgate, of course, being turn 1. And you do want to be on the left-hand side. It depends, though, if you're trying to finish your lap or, trying to maximise the old one. But it shouldn't cost him too much. It's the smallest of things, really, as we see coming out the final corner, just a couple of guys. Scott McFall at the moment, P3. 3. Is it going to be an improvement? It doesn't look to be based on his sector times, and that is a no. So that is sort of the why he's coming to the left-hand side already, just to try and set up red gate. I actually know he's deciding to go back to the pit lane. Of course, they do get infinite laps, so they can just escape back to the pit lane, refresh, and then go again.
Yeah, absolutely. Back with your current pole man, Olivier Boltonic on a 1:11.687. Absolutely incredible time from him. And pick up
Fastest
second
lap
place
for
for Callum Gardner.
1:11.64.
He's going to be going for it. And let's have a look at this lap here around this tricky Donington Park circuit.
Going
As
for
I
it,
say
just
that,
done
it
a
looks like
1:12.91.
not really work out. It's, maybe, yeah, he is.
2/10 off the pace.
That was a very slow entry then. I'm not saying he was going to throw it in because it's not an open wheel car, so don't get me wrong. So I suppose from that point of view, no.
I mean, he has just that provisional pole, so you might want to just take a bit of a slow lap. But again, these are touring cars; they're not exactly aerodynamically very capable. Maybe just want to take a slow down, cool the tyres down, and then go again. But he's just put it on provisional pole, so I don't think he's too eager to straight away go for a very quick blinded lap. And you, definitely can tell that he's just taking it a bit easy.
Yeah, he's just cruising around. Currently, Neil Carvalho has got greens in his first 2 sectors here. Another bounce in that curve. I'm surprised they're not calling slowdowns or off tracks at that point, because that's a lot of sausage curve and a lot of curve they're taking there, Zach. You know, are we looking at off tracks and slowdowns? Is it really going to be one of those big moments here? Are we going to be looking at the cars going down, especially down into the open hairpin? Do you think the slowdown situation is going to come into account, or what do you reckon overall?
I mean, look at Donington. It's a UK club circuit. There's not much allowance in terms of runoff. You have the track, then you have grass, then you have barrier. That is pretty much as much you're going to get. You don't gain much from cutting, of course, as we say, through that final chicane. There's a bit of an allowance on the curb, but I'm not entirely sure as to iRacing's boundaries. That is going to be the deciding factor. But it is easy just to nip off a bit more than iRacing is going to let you. But then again, everyone's in the same boat. You've got to keep it on the circuit. There's no incident limit, but you do not want to be picking up a slowdown, because momentum is going to be a big thing around Donington, especially in these touring cars. You don't want to pick up a silly slowdown just for trying to get the extra 1,000th of a second. But definitely you can tell using a lot of that inside curb heading into the final chicane and into Goddard's. But in terms of purposefully doing it, absolutely not.
Damn.
It's going to be one of those things that if you run a little bit wide off the exit, say, of McLean's, or off the exit of Coppice, and go slightly off track, that's when you're going to pick up those 1Xs and slowdowns. It's not going to be because they're trying to be too eager on the track limiter.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have enough time to sit any go lap. It takes too long for the tires to warm up for me.
Minutes remaining currently at the moment. So 2 greens and a yellow at the end. He's still down in 17th place, unfortunately for him. Nilton Carvalho here is currently in 7th.
Well, we're just going to have to
Esports.
start 17th and
there as well. Was
survive.
Involved in
that's fine. I'm not worried about
blue
it.
flag shenanigans, should we say, last time out there, Zach. I think was what really kind of shone from that last one. The racing was absolutely epic, but that blue flag situation did cause a little bit of a problem, and Nilton kind of was wrapped up in the middle of that, really, wasn't he?
He was, but again, it was a couple of weeks ago, so forgive and forget. He's got to try and redeem himself and bounce back, and he's doing a great job of doing it up there in P7, only half a second actually off pole position. Goes to show how close this qualifying session is. 1 second, just over 1 second, gets you all the way down to P14 of Dan Carpenter. So very, very close indeed in qualifying session. But for Nilton Carvalho,
I don't have enough time to
he's
get
got to
around
come
for
into
another
today
lap,
and
so.
just try and shrug everything off, shrug off Road Atlanta, and continue for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to have a good old go and see. There you go, guys. There are the gaps on the left-hand side. As you can see, 1 second down into 14th. Look at Callum Regarden. Look at Callum Regarden. 2 purples across the board. He's got this last chicane now. What is he going to be doing? Going in to the final one now. Oh, that looks a bit of a different entry
You
point.
passed this lap from Garton.
Did he get the off track for that?
11.42.
As he goes across the line, it is yellow. Is there going to be an improvement now? 1:11.416. So
I mean, I was up, what, 6, 7 tenths? I was in the low 12s. I've been up here with Lou.
Well, that time that good, that's what you can really ask for. Is a small improvement, really, for Callum Regarden, because Yeah, I mean he's already at the pinnacle. It's going to be difficult in terms of improvement. It's like a really quick improvement, and then you get to a point where it's like it starts to level off a bit, and your improvement starts to sort of decrease, because when you're that close, it's so difficult to just find that small thing that's going to gain you some time. But still, 2.5 tenths clear of Olivier Boltonic, who at the moment is going to join him
See how
on the
much
front
curb
row.
I took too much
but
of.
yeah, I mean. He's doing so well already, but he just wants to get that secure because you can't get complacent. Complacency is going to be your biggest enemy if you're confident in terms of your lap time, because Olivier Boltonic is one driver you definitely don't want to feel secure around, because they're one that can pull one out of the bag straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, to be honest, I think if these guys can get that breakaway that we so much talk about, especially in this kind of series where you kind of want to be clear, because there is going to be some action behind door rubbing, a car going off. There is going to be that. That is kind of what we're expecting.
That's the end
but
of
I
the
think
session.
from them front two, they
P17.
kind of don't want to get that bogged down start where they end up slipping down the order. You know, I was watching the session yesterday, and the guy was in second place, and by the end of it, he finished all the way down. And
like I said, I don't like the distraction of. All right, it's not the end of the world. I know guys are going to drop out. I should be able to make some good moves off the start, as long as I have a clean start.
So just to let everybody know, the sprint race, you do not have to pit. The pit is reserved for the feature race, which is the longer race. You do not have to drive through the pit lane in this race. Good luck to everyone. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay, Sean, nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Floor it.
Oh, that was a lousy start. Oh, the clutch out too quickly.
On your left. Clear left. Car left.
Oh, he just died.
Sorry, Blade, I could.
On your left. Clear left.
You'll need to give back the time gained.
Car left. Clear left. Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Sorry, Blade, I couldn't avoid you, mate.
Come on, get off the grass. Get off the
Okay,
grass.
Sean, run out of track limits. Keep it.
Car right. Clear right.
temps increasing. It's now 86 Fahrenheit. The leader has just done a 113.54. Fastest lap for Mole, 112.09. The leader's just done a 112.15. That's 20 minutes to go. The next car is Carpenter. Just done a 112.00. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 90 Fahrenheit.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sector 3 is 0.47 off the pace.
Car left.
Damn it. That's a
Hold your
slow
line.
down. God damn it.
Clear left.
Track limits, watch those lines. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. There's an incident in McLean's.
Oh, status.
That's a new fastest lap for Garton, 1:11.82. Okay, Sean, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. What's going on, mate? Come on, get your act together.
I'm trying, Jim.
Track temperature's decreasing. It's now 86 Fahrenheit. You've used half your fuel. That's your fastest lap.
On your left. Clear left.
Come on, Sean. Nicely done. You're halfway home. Should be about 9 minutes of fuel remaining.
Thanks,
10 minutes
Jim.
remaining, 10 minutes. It's a new fastest lap for Draper, 1:11.56. The track temp's increasing. It's now 90 Fahrenheit. Mole is leading the race. All three sectors are 0.47 off the pace. Alright Sean, 5 minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes. Incident in Coppice, looks like it's Mitchell. There's an incident in the S's, we think it might be Mitchell.
You're a target fucking idiot, man.
Lap to go. There's an incident in Redgate. That lap time was 1:13.45. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. You've got 1 gallon left. minutes to go, 5 minutes. Come on, we should be doing better than this.
I know, Jim. It's all my fault.
Minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Thanks, Stafford.
Incident in Hollywood. It looks like Garton. There's an incident in Redgate. It looks like it's Carvalho. B13. Right, we're out of here. You can pack all the shit up yourself. We've all had enough, mate.
Jesus, Jim, we got another race to go. Relax.
Checkered flags out. 7th position.
Yo, Lewis, I'm not sure if quick repairs are meant to be on, but I appear to magically regain a wheel in the last lap.
Yeah, those lap times were horrible.
Exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Disengage limiter. Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Exit is clear. You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
On your left, clear left.
Just trying to get my pit exit going right.
The exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
Left side, clear left.
The leader's just done a 113.18. Sector 1 is 0.38 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Box in 3, 2, 1. Box now. Pit exit is clear. Push now. 5:17.02. Watch your speed. Box in, 3, 2, 1. Box now. That's the end of the session, P7.
All right, this is we got 22 laps, and we got a pit. We got to go through the pit lane.
So just as a reminder, guys, you have a mandatory drive-through, not on the first lap and not on the last lap, but you have to take a mandatory drive-through between laps, so the end of lap 1 and then on lap 21 or before then. Good luck, everyone. Take it easy. It's a reverse grid. Different levels of skills. Just enjoy yourselves.
P7. The track temp is 75. The air temp is 65 Fahrenheit. Get ready. Green, green, green.
Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
Well done, Sean. Good start. The stewards have called us into the pits for repairs.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, this race is over. God damn it. So it's going to be just over 20 minutes, and I'll probably have way too much repair.
The leader has just done a 1:14.33.
Alright, well, my race is over. Can't believe I did that. Alright, well, I guess that's going to end this one. I'm not happy about it. We would have had a good run, I think. Just hook the grass getting around Scott. Not Scott, Luke.
The leader has just done a 1:13.126. New fastest lap for Garton, 1:12.52.
Alright, that's not how I wanted it to go. So, I can end it there. As much as I want to keep going, I could be too far down on the field. It doesn't make sense to keep going. So, I'm gonna end it here. Have a good one.